You up for this? It's time to take a look at the worst. Well, not basically the worst, but the best out of all of them. We're looking at the top 10 Chuck E. Cheese show tapes from the 1970s. Okay, so we all know who Chuck E. Cheese is. He's the guy who always says, "Us electronical animals." And, "Turn off the dog! Turn off the fruitcake dog, will you please?" And of course, "Snapperoo!" However, there are some of his friends that also have something good in common. And they all are shown in the Chuck E. Cheese's show tapes. During the PTT Era, there were some shows that were particularly good. So today, let's take a look at the top 10 Chuck E. Cheese's Pizza Time Theater show tapes. As Chuck might say, let's get this party started. Number 10. We're giving the number 10 spot to the original Foxy Colleen show. Even though Jasper T. Giles, Foxy Colleen, and of course, Chuck E. Cheese were the only three characters to basically appear in it. Mr. Munch and Pasquale the Chef don't have a role at all in this show tape, but we do get some pretty cool Irish-themed show tapes. Even though it involved a romance between Foxy and Jasper, this show wasn't that bad. Even though that Chuck E. Cheese often had to yell at Jasper, especially once again with the "Turn off the dog! Turn off the fruitcake dog!" This just made me laugh a little. But, pretty good show! Number 9. Dropping in at number 9 is Harmony Howlett's Wild West show. It is known for having the constant romance of Chucky and Harmony. No, not Chucky and Harmony, but Jasper and Harmony. Chucky and Harmony did not get along at all. She was insulted a lot. Chuck would often make silly jokes about her, about whatever she dreams up. Harmony reveals that she makes up her shows when she dreams them up. The funny thing is, Chucky responds with, "Those dreams must be some nightmares." How rude! And to laugh at her? That just makes the whole scene funnier. We also get songs like "Deep in the Heart of Texas" and many other country hits. This show was hilarious. Number 8. Dropping in at number 8 is Chucky's Bandstand 1 and 2. We know that they're separate show tapes, but they're both part of the Bandstand show, so why not have both of them share this one? This show in particular was one of the best ones, especially with how hot the characters look, especially Chuck himself, in those glasses, a brand new vest and bow tie, a gold derby. This is just a wonderful show tape, filled with songs like Henry VIII, Be Good Johnny, and many other songs like the Beatles, BS&T, Chicago. This is just one wonderful mix of shows. It was remarkable. Number 7. Dropping in at number 7 is the original Chuck E. Cheese show from 1977. It was the first show to ever premiere at the Pizza Time Theater. Krusty the Cat was in the place of Mr. Munch because Mr. Munch came in 1978. There were some artist recordings in this show as well, but they weren't half bad. This is just one of the best show tapes I have ever seen. Chucky cracking some of his original jokes, plus some new ones that we can still hear today. They're just remarkable. The Cheering Up Jasper show, that was good. Krusty's impressions were hilarious. And the demo show tapes, of course, we couldn't forget that. The demo show tapes. Of course. Gotta love them. Number 6. We're giving it to Madam Oink in her 4th and final show tape, The Tune Machine. Although this was supposed to be a Chucky show, trying to promote his world of music, Madam Oink stole the spotlight. However, in the end, she makes a proposal to change the show to Chucky and Madam Oink's world of music. Everyone cheers, and the show comes to an end, with leader of the club as the celebratory song. This is one strange show tape, but good at the same time, which is why it's at number 6, because the song choices were not bad, in my opinion. It didn't go out so bad, but still, some of the song choices could have been better. I know what you're thinking. Why isn't Tunnel of Love on this list? Well, it is one of our honorable mentions. Number 5. The Chuck E. Cheese live birthday show. Yeah, I know, you're thinking we're not supposed to mention the live shows. But this is a huge exception. This show was actually a really, really good show. I really liked it. Not to mention that it was a live show, but the song choices were great. Having the birthday song and dance right in the middle of the show, and one particular song at the very beginning before Chucky comes out, makes the show amazing. I really like how Happy Birthday, the regular one, was the finale. It was great and all, but I gotta say, they could have had a better choice for the end before cake. Instead of calling Munch for cake, they should have did some sort of parade of cake. They should have did that. But calling Munch for cake is great too, so not bad. Number 4. The Chuck E. Cheese 5th Birthday Spectacular. I like how they brought back some classic moments from 1981 through 1977. But, I said it backwards. 1977 to 1981, plus a few shots in 1982. This show was amazing. Throwback memories and a lot of fun. This was a great show for kids, adults, and everything in between. Number 3. Broadway Helen, 1983. Now this I especially liked because of Chuck. He sings beautifully. I really gotta like how Chuck E. Cheese manages to fit in with all the other characters. He especially has a huge crush on Helen. Huge crush. This show is both romantic and wonderful. This is why it's one of my favorites. I know what you're thinking. Why isn't it not your number 1 choice? The reason why is because Jasper messes it up in the 3rd segment of the show. Here we go. Number 2. Dropping in at number 2 is Foxy Colleen, Irish Stew. Once again, Chucky, Foxy, and Jasper are the stars. Pasquale and Munch don't have a role in the show tape at all. But why it's one of my favorite show tapes is because Chucky and Foxy really killed it at the very end. They killed it. Now, before we move on to our number one spot, here are some honorable mentions. History of Rock and Roll. The first show to feature Bob West as Jasper and Pasquale. Now, this did not make the list because there's some unknown voice actor providing the voices of Chucky and Munch. That does not sound like Scott Wilson at all. So, this is why we had to leave it out. Harmony's Hoedown. It's a really good show, but we had to leave it out because this is pretty much similar to Harmony Hollett's Wild West show because in a big way, it's exactly the same but with different songs. Country Helen, the first show tape where Scott Wilson voices Chuck. The reason why it's not on the list is because it didn't really make the cut in the first place, which is why it had to be kept out. Another reason why it was kept out, it was originally not supposed to be a show tape in the first place. The Cyberstar shows. Who could not forget that? Why wasn't it on the list? Well, it was pretty much because of the videotape. It pretty much got, it got crazy over the years. The biggest show on earth. Of course, it had to be Sally Sachet. We couldn't find a picture of Sally, but here's just this picture of Chuck just to represent the Sally Sachet show. Sally Sachet wasn't on the list because Sally only lasted a year. She's one of my favorite characters. However, this was her only show, so we had to leave her out. And the number one Chuck E. Cheese Pizza Time Theater show tape is The Great All-American Pizza Show, which introduced Helen Haney, Mr. Munch, and the Mopsy Sisters, who replaced the Warblettes for only a year, but then the Warblettes returned. Now, this collection of show tapes is remarkable. Chucky's singing voice, remarkable. The crush of Chucky and Helen, remarkable. I just love this show tape. It's ridiculously funny. It's romantic. It's everything about it. It's just ridiculously cool. Really, Harmony's Hoedown should have been your number one choice. Or Broadway Helen, that one was good too. Chuck, you don't have to compliment. Well, why not? I couldn't help myself. By the way, do your brothers call you a Cub Scout? I only have one brother. And I have a mother. A damn mother! You get it?